Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. It's continuation. Okay, I got you. Okay, now see Nelson Mhlanga still talking with Blessed Mhlanga. Okay, Nelson Chamisa mean to say it presents an opportunity for Zimbabweans to recognize their governance crisis together. It is also a moment for civic mobilization. We cannot accept constitution changes that extend political power without the full participation and consent of citizens. Ultimately, constitution authority belongs to the people. The citizens must exercise that power peacefully and constitutionally. Then comes Blessed Mhlanga. You have spoken about establishing structure in every district and community across the Zimbabwe. Do you genuinely believe those structures can bring about meaningful change? Then the reply from Chamisa, absolutely. But again, it is not about Nelson Chamisa believing in himself. It's about the people of Zimbabwe believing in their own power. Citizens possess the constitutional authority to shape the future of the country. Our responsibilities is to organize peacefully, mobilize communities, and ensure that Zimbabweans reclaim ownership of their democracy. Then, Blessed continues. Finally, critics argue that recent constitutional changes are intended to keep you out of power. How do you view that? Then Nelson Chamisa replied, the issue is much better than any individual. It is about protecting constitutional democracy and ensuring that Zimbabweans retain the right to choose their leaders through free and fair credibility elections. Our struggle is now about personalities. It is about defending the will of people.
Let me go to that. I was talking about structures on item 8. I see item 8. He was talking about structures. On working with Geza actually met this guy. They met in Newlands. They discussed. They arranged. They planned. When it came to implementation, the guy then ran away from Geza. Geza met with him. Not once. They met twice, if not thrice. The other time that they met was just just before the inauguration of the president of Botswana. The first time they met was around January 2023. He met with the war veterans. The war veterans warned him against creating a political party that is not yet structured. He responded to them by saying, imimi maave kudhara, are doing old time politics. Istawe manje manje. The same war veterans, anasa vanhu met him before inauguration yaDuko ya President Boko Botswana. They reminded him kuti takakudza kuti chi, you must create an institution that must have structures, that must also have a constitution. Now watorwa pati nemunhu wemustreet, those were the actual words. Watorwa pati nemunhu wemustreet wakaita nharo, une nharo. The guy is constantly saying, it's not about me, it's about Zimbabweans. It's not about me, it's about Zimbabweans. Yet he wants to create a movement that relegates the same people, the citizens, to ceremonial roles. He wants to create a movement in which he has got executive powers running the institution alone, but hoodwinking people, putting the structure and nevamo. When it comes to press conference matters, you do call others. When it comes to polling agents, campaigning, you would use others, but you'll be solely running the movement himself. In a movement set up, you can't go to his office without invitation. A movement is a loose thing. He's creating a different movement to that of the MD. He's creating a movement of stakeholders, a coalition of stakeholders that coalesce around him as a person. So he remains executive, he remains the sole owner of the institution that he intends to create. That's why he's now engaging people after announcing the creation. Akaannounce kuti ndiri kuda kutanga organization asina kumbosangana nevanhu ene zvakusangana nevanhu achinova engager. Haana kusangana nevanhu achiti ndine pfungwa yekucreata something. Akasangana nevanhu atoannounce kuti ndatocreata something chinonzi movement. So people must not chaakuda izvozvi zvimapadza imombe dzekurimisa chete. Munhu anotori nawo kudhara. Let me put it that way. Ndoenda paissue imwe engagement yesadhani. Hapana chiriko, that's a dead thing. That's an outright lie from a pastor. Hapana zviri pa. Toenda paissue imwe irikutaurwa pana yekuti chiya constitutional amendment. He clearly told us, and everything was listening. He said it, that there's no constitution to defend. Said it. Now he's saying you can't amend the constitution without engaging the people. That's inconsistent. And at law, inconsistency means what? It means hauna zvauri kuita. It's inconsistent. Yes, inconsistently addressed my issues a constitutional amendment akaitwa nezane cap 3. The other leg is in it, the other is not in it. So it's clear he is not part of the people who are fighting cap 3, which is now an act of has always advocated for democratic. You cannot cure malaria using mosquito. Simple. Chamisa party is a dictator. He prides himself in grabbing party positions and imposing party candidates. You cannot expect democracy from such characters. They are not democratic in nature. They pretend all they want is to attain state power and then show themselves out there who they really are. You cannot get democracy from those that are not democratic. Is that simple? In fact, kutorwara kuexpecta mazimbabweans kuexpecta that person kuti anokuunzirai democracy. Something is wrong mentally. Kutopenga. Let me put it that way. Kurwara kuexpecta democracy from a dictator. A dictator is shown through action, not what he says. Manyautsamukanwa hana basa. It's behavior. Has he been elected to any party position? No. Has he gotten power through abnormal means? Yes. Does democracy allow people to grab power? No. Is he a democrat? No. Those are simple things that Zimbabweans must start looking at. You can't expect that guy to bring democracy. Or he's simply trying to use you to coalesce around democracy, the term democracy, so that you help him to grab state power, after which he becomes a dictator. So we don't want Zimbabwe to be constantly in a roundabout of dictatorship. It's either you are a democrat or not. There's this question by Indigenous Lander, there's this question by Blessed Muhlanga. Some people say your movement appears secretive because much of what you are describing has not been made public. Is this a secret operation? That's a brilliant question from Blessed. Not at all. If meetings are happening throughout the country, how can that be secret? My brothers and sisters, there are no meetings which are happening, which are determining the policy direction of the organization that he wants to create. Meetings are happening where people are attending funerals, probably singing and greeting when he attends. Not that people are involved in the policy formulation or in the crafting of the ideology of the new thing. Hakuna chakadaro kuitika. So you must separate the activism part of it and the management and the formulation of policies of that organization that he wants to create. So he has put in a line in between. So people on the other side are supposed to be doing the party work, that's mobilization, that's what other things that they are supposed to do. Iye anenge ari kumhiri. He's busy with the constitution of the movement alone. He's busy formulating policies of the movement alone. He is looking at the type of the ideology that he wants, citizenocracy. Where in your meeting in the UK, I know, Scott, you attended. Were you asked about the ideology that he wants to pursue? He wants the organization to follow. Did he ask you, munoona say, ideology atinga pursue ndei? Were you asked that question? But since March or February, he has been posting about citizenocracy. Citizenocracy is his ideology. So he's imposing ideology on you. So what type of a person are you dealing with? You are dealing with a person who imposes his will on the people. He is imposing ideology on you. He is imposing the nature of the organization that he wants on you. That's why he's telling you that it has to be citizen movement. Who did he meet with that to the extent that they agreed about it being a citizen movement? So ndichinopedza ndiri kuti chii? Ndiri kuti beware of individuals running personal property, personal businesses under the name of citizens, under the name of democracy. Chinhu chemunhu ichi itakishopu, ibhizinesi remunhu, imombe yemunhu yamunzi kana yazokumawo monditinhirawo imozodaidzwa kutinha nekumeka sure kuti haidye minda yevanhu nekudai naizvo, chinhu chemunhu. Thank you, Scott.